Welcome, my friend. On today's episode of Boss Level Game, we are going over the top 3 reasons, the only 3 reasons why a woman exists in a man's world. And when you start to understand this, you are going to have a healthy relationship with women. If you are a man, if you're a woman listening, you want to make sure that your man understands what I call womanese. If you are full of ambition and you want a healthy, strong relationship, if you're a woman, your man needs to understand womanese, or else you are going to destroy him. If you're a man and you enjoy the idea of your dream life, if you enjoy the idea of having a healthy relationship with women, this video is going to help you on your journey. 3 reasons why woman exists in a man's life, understanding womanese. This is Boss Level Game. Welcome to Spiritual Boss Global. Let's get into this.
Stay a while and listen.
Number 1. The number 1 reason why woman exists in a man's life is first to annoy you. Now, whether you have a mother, whether you have a daughter, or whether you are in a loving relationship or a platonic relationship with women, you will know after a certain amount of time that as a man, they all become annoying over time. And I don't mean this in a negative way. I don't mean this in a derogatory way, unless you allow it to get to that level. If you allow it to get to the level where it's extremely toxic, then that's very bad, right? As a man, you need to have high level boundaries. So, number 1, just understand that the more you get to know any woman, they will begin to annoy you to a certain extent. Now, I don't mean this in a negative way. I love women. I know many beautiful women. I live in Vietnam. I know many beautiful women. But I'll tell you one thing they all have in common. After a while, they all become very annoying. Not annoying like, I hate you. Just annoying as in, here's what I mean by annoying. What women do doesn't make any sense at all. Unless you understand womanese, unless you understand this video. But when you're dealing with a woman, when you have a woman in your life, just know that most of the things, as a man, what she does is not going to make any sense. And after a while, she's just going to be extremely annoying. And you're going to look at her, and in a healthy, loving relationship as a man with your counterpart, she's going to annoy you. And you're going to look at her and go, you are so annoying. And I mean this in a loving way. I mean this in a caring way. I have many beautiful women in my life. What? I don't know how to say this without saying too much info. I know a woman. I ask her how she's doing, and she goes, I'm doing terrible. My life sucks. I don't want to talk to you. But she just does it just because that's the way that she communicates with me. It's no reason other than the fact that she likes to annoy me. Let's go here. I don't want to go here. Okay, we'll go here. Okay. She's just annoying you for the sake of just because she exists. Now, let me get into a deeper reason why before you start to think I'm some lunatic. If you're new to the channel, my name is Master J. I'm a Vietnamese American shaman. I have counseled hundreds and thousands of women of all ages. Grandmas, aunties, sisters from another mister, young children. They all, after a while, show their true nature, which is the nature of annoying.
I am inevitable.
The nature of the woman, you must understand the nature of the woman to understand womanese. Every single thing that you look at, what a woman does, if you look at it through the lens of a man's logic, which I'm assuming you're a man listening to this, if you look at it through a lens of a man's logic, it makes no sense. But if you understand the logic of womanese, every single little thing starts to make sense to you. So the woman is an unrelenting force of nature. She is an unrelenting force of nature. What is the duty that God, this all goes back, every single thing goes back to God at the end of the day. What is the duty of a woman's divine nature given to by God, the creator himself? The duty that the creator gave woman was to filter out the best men in the world. The man is here to live his soul, mission, passion, and purpose. The woman, one of her divine duties of nature, I'm not saying a woman doesn't have a purpose, I'm not saying that, but in a man's life, her purpose is, she is an expert at relentlessly,
Are ye worthy?
looking for the best man. So she is going to annoy the crap out of you Why? Because it's in her nature. Her nature cannot be controlled. Just like a man has a nature when his hormones are right to seek status, to dominate his field, to become better, to improve himself, to give himself to the world. A woman also has a nature when it comes to men, and that is she is always annoying the man. She's always throwing him off. She can't stop. She can't stop. She's here to annoy you. Accept it. Accept it. Don't try to understand it. This is the basic of it. The woman is here to annoy the man because she is unconsciously here to find who is the best man and who is the worst man. And if you see it like that, you'll understand.
Are
that goes into number
worthy?
two. Number two thing that a woman does is looking into you. And now I have this photo here. I have this photo here because a woman is here to look into a man. So if we go back to the steps of the divine nature, what do men oftentimes look at? Oftentimes, right? Oftentimes men look at a woman's outside. They look at how a woman looks on the outside because the man's divine nature, the man's biology, he's charged with spreading his seed all over the globe as much as he can. So he looks for the most fertile woman. So if we look at this from a man's perspective, he's looking at the woman's beauty. He's looking on the outside of a woman. Not all men do this, I know. Character is very important. Character is very, very important for men and women. But we're talking on a basic level here. Don't read too deep into this and try to argue. Life is very nuanced. But these three are absolute. Number two, the woman is looking into you. I have this photo right here. She's looking into the man while he is here sharpening his sword, assuming that you're a man of purpose, mission, vision, and action. The woman is looking into your armor. And you know what she's looking into your armor for? She's looking for any cracks in the armor. Remember, she is a relentless, unyielding force of nature in her that is charged with the divine duty to look for the best men. So what a woman will do is she will oftentimes look into a man's armor. His armor is his character. His armor is his word. His armor is his ability to take action and his ability to stand up, to have a spine, to have mission, to have vision, to see if he is a liar, to see if he is a truth teller, to see if he is the man with the plan, with action, characteristics, virtue, and stands on what he stands on, or if there are cracks in what he says, if he lies, if he is sensitive about certain issues he shouldn't be sensitive about, if he hasn't discovered parts of his character and brought it up to the surface. She is always looking into you. Number two, the woman is always looking into you. She's looking into you to see if you are who you say you are and if you are the man that she can love and trust. Even if it is not a romantic relationship. It could be your daughter, it could be your mother. Now with family, sometimes there are exceptions, right? Aunties, they care for you in a different way. But a woman is always looking into a man's character because they are unconsciously judging the ability, the quality, the characteristics of a man. And they're looking to see if there are things inside of him that can be exploited. Because by God, she's given the divine nature to look for the weakness in a man and not trust in those men. That is the woman's superpower. That is womanese. She's always looking into your character. She's always looking. Are you this man? Or are you a coward? That's what the woman is looking for, and she doesn't even know it. She doesn't do any of this consciously. She does this unconsciously. When you're dealing with a woman, you are speaking to an unconscious, relentless force of unyielding nature, like a wave of tsunamis. And a woman's always going to look into you. Here's an example, and you can test this out right now. I know these things. Go tell a woman that you don't like your hair. Watch when you are in a position where she believes you to be vulnerable. When she believes you to be vulnerable already, she is going to take the fact that you said something about your hair and she's going to exploit it to see if that is your weak point or not. Because she's trying to see if there are chinks in the armor. If there are chinks in the armor, she can't trust you to defend her and you against the world. Because women are looking for the best men to protect them, to provide for them, to lead them. So if you cannot defend against her detective skills, her onslaughts against your ego, against herself, how can she trust you defending both of you against the world? So she is driven by her nature. The woman is a unconscious, relentless force of nature. When it comes to men, I'm not saying women have no conscience. No, they have conscience. Women are great at many things. They're very talented. People say like women shouldn't have jobs. They shouldn't be in the workforce. I love women with jobs. A woman just cleaned my house, and like that woman cleaned my house in like 2 hours, better than I can if you gave me 3 days for it. Women are fantastic. A woman just did my teeth at the dentist. She was excellent, fantastic at that. I can't believe how good. People say women shouldn't work. Are you crazy? Go to work as much as you want. I love women in the workforce. It's great. So she's always there to look into you. She's always there to look into you. And why? Because nothing will hold you more accountable, actually, than the unconscious force of a woman that's attracted to you. Because the more a woman's attracted to you, the more a woman loves you, and the more she's going to know you, and the more she's going to annoy you, and the more she's going to look into your character. The more she's going to get close to you, and she's going to understand you inside and out. And when she understands you inside and out, the more she understands you, and the more that she sees this is the man, this is the boss. This is why this is boss level game. I'm not here to teach you any psychological tricks that other men will teach you. I'm not even here to teach you dating stuff. This is not a dating coach channel. This is Spiritual Boss Global. Any man that wants to be the boss of his own life and live his dream life, he should have a healthy understanding of women. To have a healthy understanding of women, he should let go of the negative experiences that he had in the past and stop allowing them to act as filters of judgment on the other women that he deals with. He should stop projecting his negative experiences with women. He should stop complaining about how women are one way, and he should go and understand the woman to her very core. Why? Because men are lovers. If you really love women, I love women. There are two things that I study more than anything else. One, the acquisition of capital, because I love making money. And two, the nature of the woman, the love of the woman, the beauty of the woman. Because there's nothing that I love more in this life than making money, helping people, and women. I love women. I live in Vietnam. Do you know how many beautiful women there are? Oh my goodness. Why do you think I made this video? This video was made because I just hung out with some lovely ladies. And if you're a man, let's be honest, without the love of a woman, or without the energy of a woman in a man's life, it becomes dry and it becomes dulling. If you're a man and you really want to crush it in life, you should have some woman in your life that you can love, that you can care for, and vice versa. Because the energy that women give to a man, it is able to hyper accelerate him, it's able to bring him to another level. And there's some men on the internet that hate women, or they want to see women like, I don't know, there's some gender war. I think it's very strange. I think it's very strange. I think it's very strange. Now, let's get on to number three. Number one and number two, they seem like negatives, Jay. What are you talking about, Jay? This sounds like BS. I just want peace in my life. I don't want to experience anything else, and I just blah, 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 blah. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like... Why does a woman have to do this? And why does a woman always get to do that? And why can the women be accountable? And why can the man always do this? This is what the guys on the internet sound like. Number three. Excuse me, I just drank some Pepsi. Number three. And why number one and number two are first is number three. The woman's reason for existing in a man's life is number three. It comes after number one and number two. Rewarding you. And yes, I mean rewarding you, not in a way like, oh, good little boy, here's a treat. Unless you're into that S&M stuff. All right, cool. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to bring a message, my friend. Number three, rewarding you. And what do I mean by rewarding you? The reason why number one and number two, women do number one, they annoy you. They do number two, they look into you, they give you a whole bunch of crap, they see your real character, is so they can see if you are trustworthy. Number three, a woman will reward, and by reward, you know what I mean. You are given the best sides of a woman. She gives the side that she wants to give to a man, and she gives that side that a man loves to the men that she deems trustworthy. So a woman acts as a unyielding force of God to disqualify weak men. But when she sees you as a strong man, when she sees you as a powerful man, when she sees you as a trustworthy man, a man with character that which she loves, a man that can soothe and sail her seas of emotions, she will give you the rewards of the feminine. The rewards of the feminine come in various shapes and sizes and differences. Sometimes a woman gives the reward of her submission to a man. Sometimes she gives her trust. Sometimes she gives her love. Sometimes she gives her, in many men's cases, sex and romance. But sometimes there is nothing like a woman who trusts in you with all of her heart and soul. And this happens because you are the man that she can trust. Understand that it's different in every scenario. But women are here to disqualify the weak men. They have a natural radar in them, and they have an unrelenting force in them, an unyielding force that exists within them that automatically searches for men's weakness and annoys the crap out of them because they don't want to give their soft underbelly, their soft, sweet rewards to the wrong man. Now you may be saying, does this mean women only like good men? No, they don't. Sometimes women are pathological, or they come across a man that is pathological, aka toxic. They come across men that are faking their behaviors, or they come across men that are predators that know how to manipulate innocent women. That is why women have developed such a skill. Understand that in the life of a woman, you have to look from a woman's perspective instead of being a hater and being negative and having a negative outlook on them. You must understand that from a woman's perspective, a woman must be a master of psychological games, psychological nuance, and testing a man emotionally and seeing his resilience and character, because the wrong man can be very dangerous. Women are naturally weaker than a man. Yes, in the realms of the physical, yes. So, in the realms of the psychological and emotional, they have developed and been able to move in a way of life to where they can see into the characteristics of men that may be 100 pounds taller than them, that may be 3 to 4 times stronger than them, that can snap their bones with their arms. So to be able to protect themselves, they have developed this system of womanese. It's like in nature. Nature, all animals evolve to keep predators away from them. And guess what? In the world of women, as in the past history, many men have been predators to women. We all know this. We all know the woman is the physically weaker vessel. So she has developed to adapt a different level of what we can call womanese, or what we can call game. Women don't really need to learn game like how men need to. Men need to nowadays because the power dynamics have shifted. We're not barbarians anymore. We're not like Genghis Khan and his army going around pillaging villages and grabbing women and kidnapping children and taking them into our harem. Now that the world is much more civilized, the woman has much more power and the ability to choose the man that she wants. And you know what she chooses? You know what she chooses to give her reward to? You know what she chooses to give her soft feminine side to? You know what she chooses to give her trust to? It is always what she sees as the best man in her eyes. And oftentimes the best man in her eyes has characteristics of what we call the boss frequency. This is a man with a plan. This is a man with action. This is a man with dedication. This is a man with vision. This is a man with what I call mastery and value. There are many techniques in the world, in the internet space, that can teach you many things about how to get women, how to understand women, how to fake being a high value man. I don't believe in any of that. I believe that a man should ultimately become the most powerful and most best version of himself, spiritually, mentally, and physically. He should understand the dynamics of women, the opposite sex, because if he is straight, or even if he's gay, he's going to be dealing with women his whole life. Women are half the species of Earth. A lot of time, men have resentment that are in their heart because they have had negative experiences with women, because maybe they got beat up in a divorce, right? Or screwed over, stabbed in the back by the person that they thought were the love of their life. And then oftentimes men go on a second journey where they begin to understand that their programming, that what people taught them about women, what people taught them about being a good man, a lot of their power was stripped away from them. As Spiritual Boss Global, I'm here to show you the power within you, whether you're a man or a woman. I'm here to show you the power within you. And for a man to rise to his best power, he needs to have some charisma. He needs to have some swag. He needs to become the most powerful version of himself. He needs to become financially independent. He needs to do good in the world. And he needs to do good for himself. And he needs to be a ball of light, a ball of positive energy. When a man's energy is upright and strong and moral, he's in tune with the flame of the Creator. A man walking in his true divine masculine essence, his true divine masculine power, his energy is in tune with the sun. And what does the sun do? The sun is here to give life to everything around it. And that is what people are attracted to. People are attracted to qualities of leadership in a man. Upright, moral, trustworthy. And those things are things that I recommend, because those things are the things that will attract women to a man the most. And a man must understand womanese, so he can constantly play the dance of life with this woman. There is no woman in your life. If you have a wife, if you have a girlfriend, if you have a sister, you know that they're always going to annoy you, and you're always going to play the dance of life with them. You're always going to play the dance of masculinity and femininity with them. A lot of men go, I don't care. I want peace. I want this. That doesn't exist. There is no woman that's going to give you peace all the time, because life is not going to give you peace all the time. It doesn't exist unless you want to go be a monk, unless you want to go live on an island and say goodbye to society and say goodbye to providing value and playing the game of life and just living as a jungle nomad. That's your option. But if you don't want a life of peace, it'll get boring. You know what you want? You're a man. You don't want a life of peace. You want a life of conquest followed by periods of peace. And that's what it's going to be with your woman, with the woman in your life. That's why they say it's love and war. When it comes to women, it's love and war. You're going to war and she's going to love, but it's both the two sides of the same coin. Between a man and a woman, love and war is love, because that's what life is. Life is love and war. You're going to go through battles. You're going to go through trials. You're going to go through tribulations. And then you're going to have periods of peace. And then where the world rewards you. And that's the exact same with your woman. Sometimes she's going to be fantastic. Sometimes she's going to be lovely. And then other times she's going to be dumb as a bag of rocks. And other times she's going to be the Scarlet Witch from the Marvel movies. Other times she's going to be magnificent and the queen of hell. And other times she's going to be Aphrodite, and she's going to be Venus, the god of beauty. And she's going to be the seductress, and she's going to be the enchantress. That is the beauty of the woman. That is understanding womanese. The reason why she exists in your life is to annoy you. The reason why she exists in your life is to see the weaknesses in your character, as she has given the divine duty, the divine charge from the Most High God to filter out the weak men, because the weak men are not worthy of number 3, receiving her feminine essence. Women don't give their feminine essence to every single man. Maybe once or twice when they're young and naive, and then they learn very quickly from there. So never ever be a man who consciously goes out and traumatizes women. Women are very different from men. Now, if you enjoyed this info, go to spiritualbossglobal.com, or if you want to do a one-on-one coaching, one-on-one consultation with me, I guess I'm open to that now. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Stay strong, my friend. Enjoy the game of life.